Hey, Colorado, you guys got a bye week. Got K-State on the slate next week. Just give the fans an insight. What are they working on this week to get ready for K-State, who's the ranked opponent, their first of the year?
Look, both K-State's on a bye too, so it's who handles the freedom, of a 3-day weekend correctly. Are we partying or are we just kind of resting up? This isn't an old school Big 8, Big 12 rivalry game, bro. Like, this was a division game for us for every year we played. So there's no love lost between the fan bases, but the players need to revitalize the rivalry, and they will. 8:15 kickoff is nuts. I mean, everybody thought moving to the Big 12 we would get rid of this time slot, but they just moved the Big 12 into it. So I think it's going to be a hell of a game, bro. I like their quarterback. I think Kleiman, their coach, is a stud. I love the way that they develop people. Coach Riley, their offensive line coach and run game coordinator, is a bad man. He does things right. I think CU's getting better and better every week, and this is a huge litmus test for them because Kansas State's just a foundational program. Like, since Bill Schneider took over there back in the day, they just do things the way they do things in Manhattan, and it works. And I can say this out of experience. If you show up ready to play, you're going to be in a dogfight. And if you don't show up ready to play, they will fuck you up. And it is just the way Kansas State rolls. They are notorious for beating folks they're not supposed to beat, but they're also notorious for dropping games that they're not supposed to drop too. So that does happen. So look, I think this game has potential to be really, really fucking good and a great nightcap for Saturday.
Yeah,
hey,
it's gonna be
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the people in your comments, dog? There are some really are they just mad at themselves or something? Like,
yeah, Jeff co-hosted yesterday. So Smitty goes, I told Jeff, I said, hey man, welcome to Smitty's world. Smitty gets butchered every day on here. And then Jeff
like, what is wrong with everybody, dog? Are you guys okay, man?
No, then Jeff comes in and then they bash him, and then
you okay?
you're never gonna fucking like please these fucks.
No, I'm not trying to please them. I just like
I know.
Are you guys okay, guys? Like, Jesus.
They have no life. Like, seriously, they have no life.
Seems awful. Like, you guys try and have a good Friday because some of y'all are. Woo!
They're bottom feeders, bro. They have no pussy. Instead of
I hope you're okay, guys. That's all.
Instead of fucking the prom queen like we did, they got fucked by the prom queen or king.
Yeah, man. I don't think I can read the chat anymore. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. It's a bunch of nobody. We're gonna go members only soon. When we get this show, well, we got the show getting pretty big, so we gotta start going members only.
We appreciate you though, even the haters, bro. Hope you guys have a good Friday.
Yeah, we love them. Let me ask you something though, real quick. How important? I try to tell because Weddle's coming off a bye week. They play tonight. And I told Weddle, I said, he goes, JB, what was your number one thing as a coach? I go, win bye week. I said, you have to. And people don't understand what it means. People don't get winning bye week is like a real thing. People think it's a joke. Okay, we're going to go 1-0. No, seriously, it's not a joke. Like, you could fuck around and give your guys off and be lackadaisical as shit and fuck around and lose bye week, and you'll lose in the next week. I guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
We won bye week.
You might not just lose in the next week. You might just lose forever. Like, consistently.
I was more of an asshole. I was the biggest asshole to my staff and players on bye weeks just to make sure that these fucks knew that I was fucking serious. This was no fucking walk in the park. We went Monday off, obviously. Not off, but we went Monday no gear. We went weights, kind of just get the blood black flowing, watch film, issued scouting reports for the next opponent, even though we're a week early. So they had all that shit a week in advance. And then we did a lot of running and lifting. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 a.m., we were practicing full go, full gear. And then Thursday, Friday afternoon, we did something fun. I took them to the lake. I did something. Because remember, we're in rural Kansas. It's not like, now if guys wanted to go home for the weekend, I let them. You drove through that fucking hole. I tell people, hey, if you want to go home, if you guys got money and you want to fly home for the weekend, I'll let you guys leave Friday. But there ain't none of this. I see too many coaches. Oh, coach, I got a flight for Wednesday. Okay, well, go ahead and miss practice. You're missing the game.
Yes.
It's bye week. It's bye week. See the mentality, though? They've ingrained in high school and lower levels. They've ingrained it to these kids. It's okay to miss and go ahead and leave early. No, it's not. So
look, the bye week is a tricky thing, especially now with social media and the access that everyone has to everybody all the time. You can really put yourself in a sticky situation, figuratively and literally, if you don't handle it correctly. So, look, if it's me, I'm posted up and I'm trying. If we're gonna party and have a good time, do it behind closed doors, and put yourself in a position to actually be successful. And then, but also if you have a lot of potential on your football team, like K-State and Colorado both do, man, you need to be real fucking smart about what you're doing this weekend and not put your team in position to look shitty because you're selfish. Like there's a lot of shit that's bigger than football or bigger than the opportunity to go party and be on a bye. A bye is an opportunity to recover. You're not on vacation. Like, let's be fucking real. The vacation starts. Wow. Vacation starts when the season's over and you've achieved your goal.
Keith, Matt just answered the question. Yeah, you know what the excuse was? Death.
No, man. Death. If you miss practice, you're not playing.
There is no reasonable excuse. See, the reasonable excuse, you can come up with a million reasonable excuses in your mind. Oh, I got a family reunion. Don't you love that one in June and July when you're starting camp? In August? Camp. I got a family reunion. I got a family reunion, coach. Guess what? I gave you a schedule in fucking March. You knew about that.
There's some really awful excuses these days. I can only imagine how bad they get in college when it's just blatant lies to your face. But this is the worst part about lying. You have to remember it.
And the people that are
remember what you said.
Anybody in the chat that are with Keith is why America's pussy now. It's because of you. It's because of you fucks. You guys have excuses for excuses.
I don't know who you are, Keith. Everything's your fault, apparently.
You're an asshole. You're a mean cuss. No, excuses are for excuses. Guess what? I have excuses too, dog. That's what they don't get, Matt. Fuck me. But don't worry about my time and effort I've put into this fucking thing, but worry about your fucking shitty-ass excuses. Don't worry about our time and my time. Let's worry about only your fucking enabled-ass excuses. I can't stand this fucking generation. I can't stand this generation. I'm gonna be honest.
I know. I am aware.
Oh, fuck. I wish I would eliminate this generation if I fucking could. These guys are the fucking worst. They're the softest fucks.
Hit the button and go to work. Hey, I got like 5 more minutes and I got to take the big one to school.
All right, Travis Hunter came out and commented on this Matt Sluka thing at UNLV. Yep. My good friend is a D-line coach at UNLV. He recruits a lot of the polys there. He's a Polynesian.
UNLV's killing it right now, bro. I think they got better when this kid left.
Oh, they did. It's called addition by subtraction, but what do I know? Travis came out and said NILs can wait. I know it happened a lot to of your teammates happened to this, your quarterback left and all that, but I'm out there balling on the field. I need all of the film I can get. That's why I love this kid. That's why I think he's the best player in football, not only because he's on the field, his on the field actions, but off the field actions screams to me that he's serious. I'm not going to change my opinion as far as what side of the ball he plays and playing two ways in the NFL and all that, but I think this guy's class act, unfucking believable. I would love to have this kid on my team. No question about it. Who doesn't want to coach this guy is a fucking idiot. But what do you have to say about him addressing Matthew Sluka for chasing a bag and not the NFL? This is what you and I talk about all the time. The investment is no longer there. They rather stay fucking 8 years in college and make a couple $100,000 instead of actually looking at the NFL as we all grew up wanting to play in, aspiring to be an NFL player. Not a $200,000 college player, I don't think.
Well, I think, look, I agree with you.
You're probably torn. You're probably torn on this, so go ahead.
I agree and disagree. I think it's all circumstance and the individual circumstance. So, look, Travis Hunter is maybe the first pick in the draft, if not top 3. generational talent. He's already making millions off on NIL and endorsements. So his perspective is different. Okay. Sluka is, I've never heard of him before this year, and I really doubt he's an NFL draft pick quarterback. So his opportunity to make money off of football is college. So he has to try and play the game with his agent and whomever else is in his ear talking to him about this shit. And whoever his consigliere here is on all of this, they have to convince him, and obviously they did, that he's worth X, Y, and Z, and then he has to use whatever leverage he has to try and get his money now, because he's not getting that shit in the league, dog. If he makes an active roster, he'll be league minimum, and that's cool. No one's talking shit. I understand how hard it is to do. You know, my NFL career was shitty. Yeah, it was full of injuries and position changes, and the business of football is what it is. So what I'm saying is the next level is not really promised. He's in a situation now where he's got to exploit it and leverage it to try and get paid. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of college guys that are going to be in this position because there's just more college football players than there are NFL guys. So the precedent is if this works for him. So if he goes in the transfer portal, which he did, and he redshirts, which he did, and then all of a sudden next year, when everybody gets picked up out of the portal and somebody cuts this dude a $300,000 check, well, then I think it worked. But I will say this. The CSU quarterback and Horton and Brandon Fowler Nicolosi, if they really got 600 G's each promised to them, or they passed it up because they thought CSU was a fit because Norvell was going to turn them into NFL players, I wonder how deep of a hole in their pocket that burned.
Oh, fuck. My dog got a fox, homie. Get over here. Come here. Come here. Let it go.
Did JB's dog just eat?
Hey, remove me, baby. Remove me, baby.